This another Talk to Him.
Hey, what's good? This Talk to Him, Tron, your favorite producer, your favorite engineer, and we finally did it. 3K, we did it. You the reason for the season. Shout out, salute to you guys. So on this journey, it's been difficult, it's been tough, it's been a grind, but it's been worth it. When I look back on it, it's like we've been taking notes, we've been documenting a lot of things, like what worked, what doesn't work, what we can tweak, what we just need to get rid of. So we still constantly doing these things. So I got 3 things that help me get to 3K, and hopefully you guys can use these same things to help grow your channel as well. Salute to you. Peace and blessings to you. So I don't want to hold you guys too long. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So we got 3 things that you guys need to follow, or not need to follow, but you guys could use to follow the blueprint that I did. Talk to him, Tron, your favorite producer, your favorite engineer. Real quick, let's get into it. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, or whatever. Got you. The very first thing that I want to talk about is beats. As a music producer, start off with beats. Like, you don't have to just make beats, but for my journey, I was an audio engineer, or still is. I'm an audio engineer and a beat maker, so I've been making beats for like many years. So making beats, like, I had to learn the ins and outs of, first of all, just learning how to make a beat. And I use FL, so outside of learning how to make beats, then I had to learn I had to understand, like, what should I invest into making beats. So of course I got the DAW. Of course I had to invest into an audio interface, or just to better hear the sound. Then I got monitors, I got headphones, I got VSTs. I kind of invest into that route to kind of understand and better get better production. Like, this the very first thing. Like, you want to have top-notch productions on when you able to finally push your beats out. But like, I spent many years just standing in the lab on. I didn't do what most producers do today, and shout out, salute to you guys, that you guys, if y'all can do it, because there's so many things that you can do it to level up fast as a producer. You can buy loop kits, you can buy MIDI kits, you can, with AI now, you basically can just produce anything. But it's a catch to that, because I didn't want to go that route, because like, music to me is a passion. Like, I connect to music physically, emotionally, or whatever. So like, when I make music, it's like, once someone hear my final product, they can feel where I was coming from, even just by the way I title and all of these things. But just neither here or there. But like, for me, beats was the very first thing, like, because I always wanted to just make music, but I also wanted to work with people. So as an audio engineer, I used to always record people, and I used to always study the type of beats that they use and why did they choose this beat. Why when I'm able to present my beats, what gonna make them like my beats? So I had to learn mixing, I had to learn sound selections, I had to learn types of beats, I had to learn drum patterns, melodies. I had to learn all of these things, instruction or whatever. Like, I had to learn all these things, beat titles, what do people like, what they don't like. So that's the very first thing that I had to learn how to do, was like level up my beat production. And I got a catalog full, so now when we ready to work, we ready to work. So beats, checklist. The next thing that I was able to do was, like, I had to start to work on business, because you can't be a music producer and saying that you want to do this full time if you're not working on business. Because remember, business is just as important as beats. Like, beats is like, this the base, this the low level, this the basics of it. Like, this what you want to have as the product. But when we talking about a business, now you got to have a product to attach to the business. So when we were talking about the business, of course you get a logo, you get you get that. But when I'm talking about the business, like setting up a website, setting up your beat store page, just getting just setting up emails, like all these things. I went through this stage. Like, it's music related, but it's not music related. So sometimes it get boring. It's not as fun. It's not as driven as getting into the studio, making beats, whether you doing it on your DAW, whether you doing it hardware. So like, this for me was like, wasn't as fun. But for me, I'm kind of like a geek, so I kind of like, I love business in general. So I had to learn the business aspect. So like I had to learn, okay, how to get my contracts, my leasing, how to get my rights, how to make sure that I'm protected, copywriting, trademarking, like all of these aspects. So like I really want to learn how to sell. I really want to learn how to market. I really want to learn how to do all these things. So it's like just getting your business together. That's a whole another thing. But what I also was able to do in the process of while making beats, I was also studying. I also hired a coach. I hired a mentor to kind of like to teach me the ins and out of business, and we still working on it. I did a lot of reading because reading is very fundamental. And I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials, a lot of YouTube videos, because YouTube, this YouTube universe, it's a lot of gems, but it's a lot of things you got to be able to take out and not use. Some stuff you got to understand that people just make videos just for clicks. So with getting a coach, with studying, with reading, I was able to take out what I needed for my business, because business is business, but it's so many different aspects, and some things you're not gonna need, some things you are gonna need. So it's like, hey, get in, do the work, and figure it out. Which lead me to the third step, was branding. And once again, I'm breaking these things down into 3 steps, but for me, I was actually kind of doing these things, what they say, simultaneously. So I was kind of doing these things independently, but I was kind of doing them together, if they kind of make sense. So branding for me, I'm like, okay, cool, I got these hard beats. I'm learning the business, I'm learning how to communicate with people, I got these things. But branding, if you don't have branding, this part of your marketing, and how you want to look, how you want to sound, how you want people to know you, how you want people to perceive you. And let me pause for a minute. Like, how 3 of these things go together anyway, so you need these things. So I'm breaking down these 3 things, these 3 approaches that I took. But branding is very important, because it's like, once I got confident enough to know that, hey, my beats hard, man. Hey, I can put my beats in any room. That's what I used to always say, and that's what I still say. Okay, cool, I got the business together. Hey, I'm making sales here. I'm doing these things. But when you're branding, you don't want to just be local, you want to be global or whatever, if that's your goal. So now it's like branding, how are people going to perceive you? Now branding for me is like talk to and Tron. Everybody, of course, that the logo, talk to and production, like it's a label type thing. We produce any type of thing. When we talk about vocal tags, producer tag, it's just the way you talk, the way you write. Your merch, what your merch look like, when people able to identify who you is, like just how you want to present yourself and how you want to be known. So when they see it, talk to and Tron, your favorite producer, your favorite engineer, they go cop it, because they already know it's hard. You got a track record of everything that you do is being good. So it's like, for me, once again, beats, business, branding, those the key element that I would require you guys to focus on. And I mean, I know it's gonna be tons of excuses. Hey, what if I don't have this? Guys, I didn't have it, but I had to figure out how to do it. So it's like, there's something I would give you guys. And remember, my business was able to produce this studio for me. My branding was able to produce this studio for me. All on my beats was able to produce this studio for me. So it's like, all of that go entwined with me being at 3K. And that might not be a major feat for some people, but for me, that's a lot. Just starting off where I started off, I remember looking back like a year ago, like I was at 200. And it's a slow grind, but hey, we slowly taking over. And that's just a visual aspect on YouTube. But hey, we got it on Facebook and all of these type things. So those the numbers, but still people don't understand. Sometimes you don't even have to have a big following for your business to take out. It don't, because people don't know what you really doing on beat stores or what you just doing locally. So hey, basically this my tidbit to how I got the 3K using business, beats, and branding. Talk to and Tron, your favorite producer, your favorite engineer. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe.